Hello, and thank you for using the recruitment tracker for small teams. Today's video, I'm going to share with you how to use it in detail. So first off, when you download the file, you have to right-click it, click on Properties, and over here in General, click on Unblock. This will enable macros which are critical for the file to work. Double-click the file and click on the Enable Content, and you should see the dashboard. So the file has a few sheets. You have the dashboard with your KPIs, your one-liners like total candidates, active, hired, conversion rate, open jobs, average days in pipeline, and average days to hire. You have the two buttons here, Start Fresh, which will ask you if you want to clear all the data. I'm not going to do that now. And the Help button, which brings you to this tutorial, so if you ever need to review again. On the bottom of the dashboard, you have some visuals, how many people are in each step of the pipeline, how many candidates are for each source, the candidates per open job, and the average days per stage. So this is the dashboard is going to always update when you access it, so you don't have to do anything here, and it's actually protected, so you can't really change or mess it up. And by the way, all through the file, you will notice that where you're not supposed to touch, you won't be able to touch. So it'll be safe and you won't be able to basically mess up the file. That's the purpose. All right, next let's move to the jobs section. In the jobs section, this is where you define the jobs that you're trying to find candidates and their status, open or closed. So let's say I add another job, let's call it waiter 2, and I'm saying it's open, and you're automatically going to see the metrics for this job, how many candidates hired, and you can see these are blocked, so can't mess it up. So this is going to show you how many candidates, how many were hired, and how many are in progress. So this is a new job, so obviously nothing here. Next, let's show you the list first, actually. So in the list sheet, you have the stages and in progress or not. That just for the metrics, so whatever has a yes means that this stage is in progress. Sources, you can add or change, so you can add new source. Okay, and in recruits, you can also add a new person if you want, and that's changeable, of course. That's up to you. All right, stages you cannot change. All right, but you can say, I want hire to be considered in progress for metrics. That's going to appear over here in the active candidates and active and everything that shows in progress. Now let's talk about the candidates sheet or table. So in the candidates table, you have your candidate name, the job they are applying to, the stage, the source, the recruiter name, and the date applied, and notes. Also, you have the gray columns, which are formulas, which you do not need to touch. So let's say we have a new candidate, call a new person, and the job, we have that new job that we created, waiter 2. Stage applied, and automatically when I change the stage, this is going to update. So you see it's showing me the date of today. What is the source and who was the recruiter? Let's say it's today. And as I change things, I will update the date. So for example, now this person is in the offer stage. So the date has changed. And this is useful because I'm checking metrics for days in pipeline, right? So how many days that person is in the pipeline, and hired, it's going to show not the the time based on the last update or the active time, depends on what we're checking. So that is the candidates sheet. Very simple, very easy to do. Once you update that, it will update the dashboard, and you can see that the numbers have changed. And this was a detailed tutorial of the file. I hope you find value in this and enjoy it. And I will see you next time. Take care.